talagang malugi. You lose money and become poorer than you are before. Many also forget that the biggest boss in any kind of business would be the customers. Hello everyone, I hope everyone's doing great and of course still staying safe. I haven't uploaded a video in a while. There are just some things that happened in my personal life. I recently got engaged, so I had to take on some tasks in relation to wedding planning in the middle of a pandemic. So it's something that people call nowadays unprecedented, so my uploads needed to take a step back. But anyway, today's topic is kind of candid and more of just sharing my experiences and mistakes ever since I quit my corporate job and became an entrepreneur full-time. Today's topic is how people tend to put entrepreneurs at a high pedestal, and it seems like someone has let you guys know that it's not all glitz and glamour. So I'm going to share with you the 5 biggest misconceptions about entrepreneurs. Number 1, automatically higher earnings. While this can be true for a lot of entrepreneurs, I think a lot of people also forget the fact that not all businesses will flourish. That's the hard truth. Businesses fail, and that would mean that the business owner have to either, number 1, not get salary from it at first during the build-up phase, or number 2, become unprofitable or talagang malugi. You lose money and become poorer than you are before. Having a business is really a big decision that you have to make, and that's something that you'll just risk all your life savings for, thinking that you have hit the jackpot just because you open up a business. Number 2, becoming your own boss. People tend to glorify the term boss, which makes aspiring entrepreneurs feel powerful and in control. But many also forget that the biggest boss in any kind of business would be the customers. The customers would dictate really the success or downfall of your business. And so in those moments wherein what you want versus what your customers want wouldn't be the same, I would highly suggest for you to really understand what your customer needs and wants, even if that would mean putting your pride aside. Number 3, you'll miss having that routine and structure. I know that not a lot of people would admit this, but honestly, there are times that entrepreneurs would feel that certain urge to go back to the corporate world because they want that routine and structure back in their lives. There are times wherein entrepreneurs really have to be firefighters and problems just keep coming up left and right, front and back. So in the corporate world, it's quite comforting because you most likely have a lot of teammates and other co-workers to support you in putting out the fires, and it's mostly because of the corporate world's formal structure of teams and departments. Number 4, grander lifestyle. This misconception is quite related to number 1. You'd think that all entrepreneurs drive their own cars, buy luxury items, buy houses, take vacations anytime they want, but that's not always the reality. Sometimes you'd even have to have a simpler lifestyle because you have to wait for your business to have profits first before you can pay yourself. Again, the money of your business should be treated as a separate account. So if you have 10,000 pesos sales today, it doesn't mean that you can spend the 10,000 pesos on yourself as well, because that's not your money to spend. That money will be spent and should be spent on inventory and other expenses that will keep the business running. Number 5, entrepreneurship is the higher route. people really need to stop demonizing corporate jobs. While I admit that there should be a lot of changes that needs to happen, like for example, higher wages, shorter work hours, allowances for people with long commutes, etc. But it doesn't mean that being an employee is worse than being an entrepreneur. Some people work better when they follow instructions versus, making the rules. It's just how people are, and we all work differently. I honestly think that it's so much better to become an employee if you are happy doing your job rather than becoming an entrepreneur and hate being the boss and making all these rules. Bigger is not always better, guys. What's better is where you will be happier and where you will have that peace of mind. So I hope that helped you in one way or another in understanding the struggles of entrepreneurs. It's some sort of a reality check and questions to ask yourself if you really want to become one. Comment down below if you can relate and if you have questions. I'll see you guys in the next video. Wishing you all success. Also, don't forget to like this video. Bye!